Hey guys, Doogie Fun Fact here, and we're going to be placing a Lord Vessel and getting our first Lord Soul for the Lord Vessel. So, in order to do that, you'll go down here, and then you'll place the Lord Vessel here. And you'll warp back to Firelink Shrine. And for the first one, I'm going to do one of the more annoying ones, the Bed of Chaos. So in order to get to the Bed of Chaos, you need to make your way back to Blighttown. So you'll traverse as though you were going to Blighttown. And I'll cut back in when I get to the area where you join the Fair Lady, the Covenant of the Fair Lady, I believe it's called. Yeah, the Chaos Servant Covenant. So that's the one with the Spider Lady and the hidden bonfire. It's right past where you beat Chaos Witch Quelaag. So I'll cut back in when I get back over there. So now I'm back at the Chaos Covenant, and I'm going to be offering humanity to this chick in order to increase my standing with the Covenant and unlock a shortcut and a new pyromancy that's potentially very useful. And once it says after a while, if your status screen will say Chaos Covenant +2, that's how you know that you're the proper rank to have unlocked the shortcut. And it'll take a bit more humanity, so I'll use some of the humanity I have on me. Just have this twin humanities right now. Should be enough, because I was at 23, so this should make it 27. Or 28 rather, and then this will make it 29. And 30. Should be 30. It's Pyromancy Chaos Storm rank gain. So this will make it so that you'll have a shortcut to get to the next boss. But before you even do that, you'll need to beat this next dude. He's kind of a mini-boss of sorts. You can do him right after Chaos Witch Quelaag, but I prefer to wait so that it makes him super easy. And there'll be a bit of a slowdown in this area because it's kind of graphically intensive. You see all this stuff going on. And flask up. And you'll be going down in this area once you get the lava level to lower. But to get the lava level to lower, you need to beat this boss first. So that's what we're on a mission to do. He should be fairly easy since you've already done all this stuff. And you've beat Ornstein and Smaug, so compared to those two, this should be a cakewalk. So in order to, and here's the boss, in order to engage the boss, you need to pick up a item set that's on the far end of this thing. It's a decent set because it offers high fire damage resistance. So I could see it having some applications for player versus player, where a lot of people use pyromancy to try and bypass heavy armor. Hey guys, Doogie Fun Fact here. I'm doing my second attempt on what's his name? Ceaseless Discharge. I hate this area because of the graphical slowdown, just because of all the lava and everything. use an Estus Flask. I brought Great Heavy Soul Arrows, so in case I get him really low but can't quite finish him off, I can shoot the Great Soul Arrow at him to do the last few points of damage that I should need. There was a trick to this fight. I'm not sure if it was patched in Prepare to Die edition or not, so I'm gonna try to see if I can do it. Oh my. Looks like I didn't get up there fast enough for him. So the trick used to be you would wait for his arm to come down and then roll to the side. It doesn't seem to work as well. Let's run up here. He seems to be easier to read when you can see all of him. That might just be in my head. And there we go. He goes down. Once you get low on Estus Flasks, he kind of becomes a little bit of a threat, but he's not terribly difficult. And now that the lava isn't as high up, I shouldn't have as many issues with the area busting on the computer too much. So I'm gonna go back to the bonfire before we move on. So to get to the next area, or to get to the boss fight really quickly, what we're going to do is we're going to go down, and there's going to be like a mini boss, and there's potentially 2 mini bosses, but because if you got +2 in the Chaos Servant Covenant, like I suggested, you can skip the one mini boss so that you don't have to fight him. And he's a little bit more difficult because you have to fight him in this lava area. There's all like, you're surrounded by lava, and you have to try to avoid getting knocked into the lava or going into the lava while fighting him. So it can be a troublesome boss fight, and it's definitely one worth skipping if you're looking to be able to skip a fight. It's not a particularly fun fight. And if you look up ahead, there's a Capra even, so this is the area in the game where some of the boss fights from earlier in the game, now they're just regular bad guys that you can go against. So, there's a Capra demon. Notice how much more easily he goes down than before. There's a bonfire down there, and we're gonna try to activate it. First, we'll have to get past these Capra demons. And to avoid fighting two at once, you can use your Great Heavy Soul Arrow spell. One of the many reasons why it builds really good. I don't think we could parry him. It's a shame, I really wanted to try. Oops, I activated Transient Curse there. That's alright. And we'll just drop down. Oh. So there'll be a big old like centipede type creature up here, and he's a little bit difficult to fight, but he doesn't respawn, so. There we go, he's dead, he's not coming back. Light the bonfire. This area is just rife with graphical slowdowns. I don't really get it. It's all like the lava flows and everything, I guess, but we'll be done this area pretty soon, and it won't be an issue. Past these dudes. There's the first boss of the game, outside of the Asylum Demon. And I don't actually think you have to fight this next boss, but he's really easy, so you might as well fight him. He's another version of the Asylum Demon in the first two Asylum Demon fights that you took. As you can see, he takes a ton of damage, so if you don't fight him, you're just missing out on experience, really. thought I could kill him real quick before he would get his attack off. And finish him. If you do enough damage to a boss, you can afford to make stupid, silly mistakes like that, so that's kind of cool. And you get 20,000 souls for that, so it's a decent amount for no hard work whatsoever. And if you have enough rank in the Chaos Covenant, you can touch this door and open it. So this is the shortcut that I was talking about unlocking. And the reason I'm killing all these little dudes is that one of them will drop something called, this is the one, Sunlight Maggot. It's like a wearable lantern on your head, which will come in handy in one of the next boss fight areas. Let's see if we can get this going. Yep. There's another Titanite lizard for us. And here's the little Titanite demon guarding the area, trying to keep us from moving on. I really think you could just run past him if you so chose, but I'm gonna try to kill him for purposes of the guide. The only thing that's difficult is it's really easy to get knocked off the sides here. Yeah, and I'm just gonna run past him next time. He's a huge pain in the ass. So here we are back down in the shortcut again, and you would think that I would learn that after, you know, recording 15 parts of this guide, that every time I try to show off and, you know, fight the big bad all on my own or whatever, I end up getting killed by it and looking like a moron. So, yeah, I'll probably never learn. It's probably something that'll never quite catch for me. Here we are. I'm gonna try to run by it this time. Hopefully in my second playthrough I'll have a high enough intelligence score to be able to kill it from range, but I just didn't this playthrough. So I focused more on survival stats first, because they're kind of more important. In my opinion, anyway. I'm sure there are people that disagree with me on that. So this lets you cut past all this junk down there. And this is actually the boss fight right up ahead. So if you look down, you can't even see it all. You can't see the amount of content you skip. You skip like a half an hour to 45 minutes of just plain old bullshit by taking this route. Granted, it might take you that long to farm the extra humanity, but it's worth it. The humanity farming is easy. Doing boss fights and mini boss fights and whatnot are you know, hard. So here we are. This is another one of the harder fights in the game because it's entirely platforming based, so any good equipment you have or anything like that doesn't count for shit here. And you just kind of ride this down. And the Bed of Chaos fight. So for the first part, we're going to go out around here. Now this fight's unique, because unlike many other boss fights, the damage that you deal to it sticks around. So... oh wait, I think you have to deal... oh no, I'm dead, I did it right. I thought you maybe had to do the center part first. I remembered now, it's the two sides first and the center last. So you do that side. And then it gets these tendrils and scythes and whatnot to be able to hit you with. So that's pleasant. I don't know why the designers decided to have so many platforming sections in this game, because the designs for a platforming game are very clunky. I suppose they're fine for an action RPG, but for an actual platforming game, which is what some of these mechanics are, just plain and simple platforming, they're a little clunky. Like the sniper fight at Anor Londo. And so all these damage to the sides, this sticks around even if you die. Alright, so we've unlocked its final form. I don't think there was any way to dodge that. There didn't appear to be anyway. More crumbles. And I'm out of Estus flasks, so I'm dead. Alright, I'll cut back in when we finish off the boss. Alright, get another attempt at Bed of Chaos. Here you see me sliding down. Just waiting to get my ass kicked again, probably. It's a very demotivating fight. Okay, here we go. I think I'll beat it this time. What you gotta do is, you gotta roll down the center, a little bit off to the center of that area, shooting for the side of that log, and then climb up through here, and you just start chopping away at the insidey bits until you can get all the way and we're gonna chug the Estus flask real quick all the way to this little bug at the center, and just one shot will kill it. So yeah, parts of this game seem very arbitrarily difficult, and this is definitely one of them. The difficulties of this fight's just based on whether or not you can get lucky enough for it to use the right attacks in the right order for you to slide down and chop at the bug in the center. Thanks for watching, guys, and we'll be putting this soul in the Lord Soul, and then, or the Lord Vessel rather, and then moving on to the next Lord Soul.